I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now.
Test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tony, your free here today. Welcome to the Tony World Podcast. So today we are going to be talking about a little something that I did on the 27th of June. The 27th of June, I went to Chessenden World of Adventures Resort, and as you've seen in the image when I post it on my YouTube and Twitter and other places, I actually had a good time. So, and I also like to talk about other things like the other theme parks I've been to. So with Chester World of Adventures, I would say the rides were not bad. The food was quite good because I had a burger. I think it was a bacon and I think it was a beef. I think it was a bacon and cheese. I think it's bacon and cheeseburger. I'm not too sure. Bacon and cheeseburger. With some chips, which were quite nice and hot, along with the drink, so that was really nice. And and also, I think the rides I went on in Cheston, I went on the new Jumanji ride, which, to be honest with you, it reminded me of the stealth ride in Fort Park, which was very fast, and then it basically came up and then went backwards, which, it was not so bad. Rattlesnake I went on. I would say the one issue that I would have with Rattlesnake is because the fact that you have to hold yourself on very tightly because it barges your arms quite a lot when you go around on the ride when you're doing Rattlesnake in that ride. What other ride did go on? I went on the I think it was something similar to how you go up and then you drop. I would say it's like the ride called Detonator in Fort Park, where basically when you walked into on the ride in Cheston, you walked in and there was like some white smoke, but it was like water. It was steamed water, but it was like cold water, so it was quite nice and cool. And I went on that with my mum, and most of the rides I'm talking about I went on with my mum, so They weren't so bad. So yeah, so there were a couple of rides where it was up and down and zigzags and stuff like that. Also, there were, I think in Cheston, I think there were, I'm trying to think. What's the other one I went on to? Just trying to think. Let me think. Rattlesnake. Oh, Dragon's Fury in Cheston Wild Resort, Chesterton Adventures Wild Resort. So I went on Dragon's Fury. The last time I went on it, it wasn't too fast. But when I went on this time, it was very, very fast than I remember. Because I felt like literally as soon as I went off, I was really dizzy after I went off that ride. So if anyone likes dizzy rides or whatever you want to go on, I would go on that. But if you have very issues when it comes to rides spinning very fast, I wouldn't suggest going on it. Um, so that was another one I went on to. What other ones did I go on to? Trying to remember now. Crunchy one, Dragon's Fury one. Oh, Zufari. Zufari was another one I went on to as well. That wasn't so bad actually because you got to see a lot of animals in Chesterton. So when you went on Zufari, you basically were on this big ass truck and you basically were sitting there looking at all these giraffes, rhinos. I don't know if they're antelopes. You saw some zebras there and stuff like that. So that was quite nice as well. Um, yeah, so I had a good day on the 27th of June, which was the day I went to Chesterton World of Adventures. So um, now I'm going to talk about the other theme parks I've been to. So I've been to Fort Park. I've been to Fort Park, I think about 3 times. I think I haven't been to Fort Park since because I'm not a big fan of Fright Night. I know there are a lot of people that are gonna hate me for this, but this is my own opinion, so you don't have to listen if you don't want to. But I'm not a big fan of Fright Night. It's just my own honest opinion. With Fort Park. Also with Fort Park, it's I didn't like that. I can tell you is when I went to Fort Park, I got talked down to, but I think I went there with my high school at one point. We went on a trip and we did Fort Park, and I remember correctly, we were on bump cars, and this boy's parent just decided to start screaming at me and my acquaintance for no reason. And I stood there and I was thinking to myself, it's bumper cars, you are going to get bumped, so why the hell are you on the ride? Why are you on the ride, you know, doing bumper cars, basically? So I got really pissed off and just went somewhere else. So just like, you know what, screw it. So I went on. I don't know if it's there now in Fort Park, but I don't think it is there now because I think it's called The Walking Dead. I think now, but when I was there, it was called X. So basically, it was a ride where it was in the dark and there was music in the background, and it was like going around in a dark, creeps of areas. So basically, it was going around. You heard music in the background and stuff like that. So that was a good ride to go on to. Fort Park. Swarm. I would say Swarm is a ride that I would never go. I I'm not a big fan of the ride, to be honest with you, because it's pitch black and it scares the shit out of me, in my own opinion. Um, when you go outside, I don't have an issue with it. It's just the inside kind of gives me the freaks. So yeah, a bit of a kick to the backside, but hey ho. So stealth, stealth, is it stealth or is it swarm? SAW. That's swarm. Yeah, Swarm. I think Swarm or Stealth or whichever. Stealth is quite a good one, but the only downside with that is you feel like you're having I wouldn't say whiplash, but you get pulled out your seat very quickly. I would say 'cause you don't expect it when you say 3, 2, 1, go. Psh, you just speed off and you're like holy crap when you get to the top. But yeah, so that would be my experience with Fort Park. So the next I haven't been to Autumn Towers. I have been to Autumn Towers. I've been to Legoland. So I've been on a lot of rides in Legoland. I even went there once for I think my 17th birthday. I think I'm not too sure. I went to Legoland on my 17th. I think wasn't a bad time. Had a good day. Etc. Etc. So yeah, it was not bad. Um, all I'm gonna say about it is I think my favorite time when it comes to going to Legoland is Star Wars because there's Lego Star Wars stuff in there. You get to see all the mini figurines in the little miniville that they have at Legoland. Like you see the London Eye, literally the London Eye made out of fully grown Lego. You've got the Buckingham Palace, the whole entire thing and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a good time actually. So Fort Park, and I'm not a big fan of Fort Park. I would never go back to Fort Park anytime soon. I would only go to Cheston or Legoland because the fact that those rides are a bit more. I would say they're a bit up my speed. Fort Park is not really my speed. I used to enjoy going to Fort Park, but after the experiences that I had, I stopped. I didn't want to go to Fort Park at all. So yeah, it's just I'm not a fan of those theme parks. So I think I'm going to end this podcast here. I hope you guys have enjoyed the Tony World podcast. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And also keep an eye out for new gameplays that are coming up as well. So, with all that out of the way, always remember to believe yourself, rock on, and please subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next podcast next Saturday, or which the Saturday I upload the next recording. So, see ya. Bye!